Alrighty, welcome back. We are on episode 34. As you can see, we are at the character creation menu. Again, this is not by chance. I decided that I don't like certain parts of my character build now that I know a little bit more about how the characteristics work and how the skills work with the environment. And I didn't like not having attention because I didn't want to miss things that were hidden. Um, So I believe that picking Diplomat along with Ascetic was gimping me way too much on carry weight because of the -2 strength, the -7 carry weight, plus the -10 to all combat skills. So, um, I want to try to set this character up again a little bit better, but stick with the personality. So, I still want to have high personality in order to see all of those nice, juicy skill checks that we were seeing. So, let's start with what I started screwing up on. Um, so I don't want to select anything that's going to drop my carry weight or drop my strength. In fact, what I want is to have the most stats available to me here. So I want to pick the traits that give me the most stat points at the least loss. And unfortunately, one of the ones that I thought was going to be like, no way, I'm not going to pick it, is this. I see now that the characteristic points are pretty freaking valuable. And yes, losing -50% XP, I think is still going to be a massive hit. But to get to the stats that I want, I need to have positive characteristic points. And this is going to give me that at the expense of XP, but I think it's more important for me to get the points to do what I want to do in the game. Again, I'm not creating a maximum combat character. This is more of an interaction character. So I'm going to select this because it gives me those three. And then I'm going to select Technophobe. I don't get the starting crafted recipes, which is not a big deal from what I can tell. And yeah, I'll lose technology and crafting, but I can pick those up later. And if I recall correctly, Fidel actually had technology, so I don't need to have it. I'll have it on another character. But this gets me two more characteristics at the cost of some skills. So if I start looking at the other ones, check off why they're bad. Um, I'm losing one luck here. I don't want to lose characteristics, so I don't want to pick that. Plus, I don't want to lose critical chance. You already have low critical chance as it is by going one luck. If you take that away, you have no chance of a critical hit. So, although, albeit 2% probably isn't all that much, but still, it is a chance. Leader is terrible by losing attention and dexterity because you're going to have followers. You can be a lone wolf and not have the followers, but what's the point? For me, the point of the game is to interact, the interactions with people. So I'm not going to go a lone wolf. So there's no point in me going leader. That's just gimping me. Lucky one, you're losing an endurance. You're picking up, the personality and luck. But you're losing 10 skills across the board. So that's a pretty stiff loss. I mean, across the board, 10 to all, except for speechcraft and gambling. It's too big of a hit. Shooting gallery, you're losing endurance. Curse sniper, you lose luck and you get attention, so it's not a net gain. This is terrible for the kilogram weight loss. Glutton is always going to be bad. Here you're losing personality and attention. It's again, this actually would be good, but you only gain one intellect, you don't gain another skill. So I'm gaining three characteristics, gaining two, only gaining one. That would be good if you gained more. This is terrible for the carry weight. Terrible for the carry weight. Now aesthetic was good for the hunger checks, but there was a lot of food available. So going hungry is probably not going to happen. Yeah, it's going to be a little more pain in the ass to deal with, but it didn't seem to be all that problematic even when I had this. So I think I can manage it. I don't think it's going to be as tedious as I thought it was going to be, but it's still going to make things a little bit more tedious. I would like to have diplomat, but I don't want to lose the combat skills and I don't want to lose the strength now. So we're going with that. This would be awesome, but you don't want to lose intellect. So, I mean, getting 2 strength at the cost of intellect, it's a net gain of 1. We have a net gain of 2 here. So I need the points. Sex appeal. This is great for a female character because you're interacting with mostly males in this game, which makes sense for a post-apocalyptic game. You're going to run in to more males than females. That's just the way it would be. So this is very advantageous for a female character because you're dealing with males mostly, but there are some females you do deal with. So you could pick this up. You get 2 personalities, so you get 2 points in personality. You get 15 with the opposite sex, but then you lose it when you're actually interacting with your own gender, which like I said, the personality is one of the main checks that I need, so I don't want to do that. Cannibal, terrible. Black belt would be alright, but you're only getting 1 endurance, so this is the way to go to get the most characteristics. So doing that lets me do this. Okay, so now I have the max attention that I want. So this, hopefully I won't miss anything. Now it's possible that they could do something like this and force you to go to 11 to see everything. I hope that doesn't happen. But if you saw there, 11's max. I can go 1 more, but it doesn't do anything for me as far as well, I mean, it does seem to do something, but it doesn't go up to 12. It goes to 11, and that's it. So that lets me do that, and it lets me do this. I could do that. That pretty much gimps out your strength, but you need strength. So doing that right there, what that does is I lose 1 action point, so instead of 10 I have 9, and I lose 1 intellect, so instead of getting 25 skills per level I get 23. But that lets me get my personality to where I want it for those juicy personality checks, and this satisfies my own curiosity for not wanting to miss content that's hidden from me. So hopefully now I'll see things that I didn't see the first time around. And that puts my endurance down to skin and bones. My strength is in bad shape. And I'm a lightning rod, but I'm a cult leader. I'm, Julius Caesar and a titan of thought and a Persian priest. So I think that's the way I want to go. And that gets me to my attention and personality, and okay, and still my primary stats, dex and int are still pretty high. So by doing that, then I would focus on rifles and shotguns and make this a sniper character. So again, Speechcraft is going to be the main thing I'm doing. So that, I know barter was a big thing, and I wasn't able to do a lot of the barter checks, so I need to have barter up. Stealth is going to be big, and you saw survival. Survival really was helpful at getting around encounters, but by not having... We lost that, but we lost the plus 10 that that would have given us. So this basically just gets me back to where I was before spending points. So again, we're going to concentrate on Speechcraft, barter, survival, stealth, and go into rifles and shotguns for a sniperish build. And of course, we're going to change this to something more palatable. Somebody that, you know, we're going to retire Honey. So Honey's sister, Minx, is now going to be on the board. And like her sister, she is part of Adam and does all this as well. Okay, so she is in bad shape, skin and bones, Caesar, so actually Minximus, Minxius Caesar. She's Minxius Caesar. Okay. So that's what it looks like now. And that's what I want to go forward with. This is going to make it where, you know, melee, you're not going to want to get into melee range at all. So picking up this rifles and shotguns and doing a sniper rifle build kind of thing will be beneficial to keeping her out of range once we get into the later game. So yeah, and this, you know, I'm no longer gimped on my carry weight. It's still low because of my strength is low, but it's not -1 strength, -2 strength, and -7, you know. So that brings that up a bit. But more important, we get the attention at max 10. And that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see if there's anything I'm missing in the environment. And yeah, that's to satisfy my curiosity. So it sucks that I'm going to go back and do this, but you know, this is the kind of playthrough I want to do. So I'm going to be re-recording a lot of content that you've already seen, but things may happen now that didn't happen in the original videos due to the reallocation of attention. And the next content will be going a bit quicker because I know what I'm doing now. And yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. We're starting with Minxius. Okay. Minxius. You know what? It's not happening. It doesn't roll off the tongue that well. We'll just go with Minx. So Minx is back. And yeah. So we'll go ahead and start her up. Again, expert. So this is the dream that we saw as we were playing through had several references, so several people had this type of dream, and it basically just seems like, you know, you're standing there watching the atomic bomb blow up, and you're just, you know, just whatever, you know, mile away, and you see it coming to you, and you know, it kind of just takes you apart. That's what that scene seems like it described, is you basically sitting there watching the atomic bomb blow up, and here it comes, you know. It's coming right at you, and then boom, you're gone. Alright, so I'm going to point this out. If you go to the settings, go to game, and activate isometric mode, it'll be like an overhead mode. It gives you kind of like a fisheye look about it, but you know, it's a different look and feeling. This mode increases your frame rates by 30 for me. I mean, it's a significant increase in frame rates. I'm kind of astonished by it. The problem with this mode is it's very difficult to zoom in on something you want, and the camera snaps to locations. So as I'm rotating it, if I want to just see this spot right here, like this is the spot I want to see, and I let go, boom, it snaps. I want to see this spot here, boom, snaps. It's annoying. So if I wanted to like focus in on that bathroom over there, it's almost impossible for me to do that. I know there's a toilet paper in there. If I put my character in that bathroom, there is no way in this mode I can zoom in on it and actually accurately get to that. So while you do pick up an FPS gain, it's just terrible to use, unfortunately. I just wanted to point that out in case you wanted to try it out yourselves, and maybe you'll like it. There may even be someone out there that modified the game to make that mode more usable, which would be awesome. But yeah, it's a significant decrease in FPS over not using it. I mean, it's really, really a lot. You know, I wonder. I made a comment about this in the first time I did the tutorial. This is a Metro reference from the series Metro, um, and I think they are Ukrainian developers. I wonder if this tune is the same tune that Artyom used when he was in his room. I'm almost positive it will be. Anyway. Okay. Actually, let's go ahead and do a hard save. And let's do it in the right spot this time. No, they didn't even proofread their own tutorial messages. It's amazing. It really is amazing. So if you had isometric mode on, this would be almost impossible to see. I mean, it would be that hard for you to do that and click on that. Alright, so we have our Fizzy token. That's 10 XP. And the Atomic Fizzy also gives you 1 attention and 1 strength. So for 24 hours. So if we ever meet Atomic Fizzies out in the world again, that's what that is. And see, this is this is great advice. And had I actually taken it seriously when I played the first time around, I never would have left all my stuff in the trash can and had it disappear on me to have to go back and redo multiple episodes, I think. So, yeah, I'll remember that now. Do not store anything in trash bins. Now, we're probably going to lose, well, we are going to lose all the inventory when we complete this tutorial part, but I'm wondering if there's something I can do before leaving, something I can throw all that stuff in and still come back and get it at some point later in the game. So we are not hungry. So even though it's probably a waste of time picking all these things up, I want to see if there's a way I can save them. Alright. So kicking does not apply. It has to be with the fist. Oh, I'm too far away. God bless. Okay, let's try this again. Uh-oh, there we go. Bam. Bam. Who's your daddy? Okay. Uh-oh. Bam. That's pretty weak. Oh! Damn, Alf laid me out. Well, that should be expected, honestly. I mean, male versus female. It's obvious who's supposed to win. Especially in a post-apocalyptic world. So yeah, not really surprising there. Okay, so that's all that. Alright. Okay. This should be considerably easier now that I didn't get my skills. The first time we did this, man, my skills were all negative red because of the traits. I mean, because of the distinctions. But now they're all positive. So we should be able to do this a little bit easier. And remember, in order for your companion to use their guns, they have to have ammo in their inventory. And they should have did this screen a lot different, because you can't move it up and down the way you want it. At least they should have had min, half, and max. But anyway, so give Alf that, equip that. Okay. So as far as this goes, yeah. God, the first time I did that, it took so long just to do 3 of those. It's amazing how much difference it is. Alright, so we got a rifle now. Put that thing on. Right. Okay. And that's the sniper rifle. So actually, let's go ahead and give Alf this one. That's his primary weapon. Actually, let's take that out of his inventory altogether. Out of the inventory altogether. Stick that there. Okay. And as far as throwing goes, 28. I think when I first did this at the tutorial, it was like 10 less, maybe even more. And if you recall, I kept blowing myself up with the grenade because I couldn't throw it. So that shouldn't be a problem now. I should actually be able to throw these. God bless. Shift. Okay, I think I got them all. I'm encumbered now, so I need to drop some stuff. Let's see. Stick you on there. Let's give him... let's give him this for now. Elf. Alright, out of that. Now pick the grenades. Let's do grenades in. Change to the grenade. Alright, so I should be able to actually throw the damn grenade now. So 99%, okay. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. Boy, it's so much different when you don't have skill to throw grenades. That's fucking hilarious, man. Alright, I'll save that. Alright, so aggressive, and I'm throwing grenades. No chance to hit. Maybe move one. Alright, 99% chance to hit. Took no damage. There we go. Yeah. See, that's an easy way to win a fight. Just throw a fucking grenade. Assuming you can throw the grenade. Alright. emulator. Okay. And then there is this stuff up here. So now I need to find a container that I can leave this stuff in. If not, then I need to try to craft with it. Okay, so it wants me to do a broken bottle. So that was this, and that, and craft. Broken bottle. Okay, so it shows up once you figure that out. Okay. And you get some XP. Now, the question is, will I keep the XP after the tutorial? I don't know if that's going to be the case. I'm going to assume I'm going to keep the XP. Which, because, well, it's beneficial for me for that to happen. So, of course, I want that to happen. But, yeah. Got the slow walk going on. We have the no walk going on. We went from the slow walk to the no walk. Give that to our chipper boy there. Also Rex to him. That should help us out. So, what do you mean I can't get out of the way, Alf? Alright. So I learned early on that the trash cans, well, the trash cans you can't store anything in. But as long as the container doesn't respawn, you should be able to keep your items in that container. And I don't think any of these things are going to respawn. So what I'm going to do is put all this shit into one of these containers and hope that I can come back to this place and get it all at some point. Because it seems like an awful waste to go through all this and pick it all up and then you don't get it. Unless there's some way for me to talk my way out of the next event that comes. I'll have to try that too. That might take multiple saves, but that's what I'm going to try. If I recall, after exiting the tutorial, your inventory's gone. Like it was all gone, so... Okay, so this code here. Write this code down. Okay, that's the code I was thinking about. This code might be the code that is used on that chest, that safe in the first town in Otranoid. So they may have just reused this code. And yes, now I have my handy dandy piece of paper and a pencil next to me to write down this shit that so I won't forget to do stuff like that. Okay, so now we go over here. No, that wasn't it. 0, 0, 4, 5, 1. Let's enter it incorrectly first. I didn't manage to write the code. Okay. 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 You know, it's funny when you first read this, it's like, okay, but now that you know how to interact with the NPCs, it's just kind of laughable that it's pointing out exactly what you're going to do with the four-step speaking. With Outsiders Protocol, you literally do this on every NPC. You know, now that I'm thinking about this, this is very suspicious. Why is his glasses in that safe? If he didn't put them there. Okay. Yeah. I don't think there's any way that they don't take everything from you. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and step up to this locker here. And we're gonna go ahead and craft everything that we can, which will require some experimentation. Get everything off Alf. Okay, put it on her. I might be completely wasting my time on this, but hopefully I'm not. So we have experience-wise 174 points. So if we go into crafting, yeah. There's just nothing that you could... I mean, you basically really are just experimenting on this. who knows? I could be here all day trying to do this. Close. Ah, found something. I didn't put the sharpening stone in my inventory. I mean, in the recipe. So it shows up as part of the recipe, but I didn't have to put it there. So if it's a tool, you don't have to put it in the recipe. So is this a tool? I bet that's a tool too. I wonder if that works that way. Okay, so we found out how to do that. God damn it. I wish the close button was somewhere else. There's just no way of knowing any of this. Okay, custom-made grenade. The empty 10. Okay. Which I lost. What about the bottle? No. Any other container? Coffee. Doubt it. Empty bottle? No. Alright. Well, this is kind of fruitless without knowing the recipes. Yeah. Log. Log and fork. Log and spoon. Log, spoon, fork. No. I remember there was some kind of arrows that we were able to make, but... What was that was trying to make? So even though I have the log in there, it still tried to craft this again. Interesting. I wonder if it just if it will do. Okay. So if you have, I had 3 ingredients. I had 3 ingredients in there, and 1 ingredient over here, and then I don't know what that thing was. Like, what is that thing next to the log? Because I didn't have one of those, so how did I just make this? But I learned the zip gun recipe. That makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. Alright. Alright, I made a zip gun. And now I have no more rope or wires. Or both. Interesting. Okay. Well, we know we can hammer away at this. As long as we don't lose the brick. Damn, that could have been some good XP for us there. But we lost the brick. Oh, we had nails too. Shit. That was the shield. Okay. Need 2 logs, okay. Okay. I'm gonna call it that's pretty much it. So, learn some recipes. We picked up some XP, so 267. Alright, so let's put all this shit up now because we're gonna lose it all. Is there a way to just move everything all at once? No. What? Now I put it on the ground. That was stupid. Alf. Get out of the damn way. Alright. So. Now, I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to come back here and pick all that shit up. Who knows? Or this could be the last time we ever see this whole place. Alright. So I am going to save it here. The exit. Come here, Ralph. Save you. Alright, we'll stop this episode here and pick up the next episode with leaving here. And then what I'll do is after we get through whatever interactions we have, I'll reload this, pick up some of that equipment, and come back out and do it again and see if I actually do, if I can get away with not losing it. Alright, later, guys.